Okay, guys, so today I am joined by the woman who is so beautiful inside and out that I'm half convinced that all these storms we keep having are just the planet going to war for her.
Hmm.
Greg?
Oh no, yeah, because it's all about you. This is Ingrid Igoe, actress extraordinaire and former pro wrestler and full-time mad bastard. Oh wait, can you say that about girls?
Yeah, mad. Yeah, yeah.
Bastardess.
I think they usually change it to full-time mad bitch.
Oh,
Mad bitch. Yeah, I'm
Hello,
down.
Daddy.
hello, mom.
It's your.
Iggy bomb.
Put this daddy on my top.
Okay, yeah. So, yes, I actually completely forgot what the first question was because we were so focused on getting the timing on that intro right. But anyway, do you want to quickly introduce yourselves to the audience and tell us who you are and what you're about?
Okay. My name is Ingrid, obviously, which you've just heard. Big time horse lover, budding actress, big pro wrestling fan. Obviously, love to cosplay, and also big nerd. But don't tell anybody. Secret. And yeah, just positive outlooker, lover of life. Always looking for people who have good dad jokes because everyone loves a good dad joke in their life. That's probably about it. Not the best driver, but willing to learn.
I don't know. Well, you've managed to get to set to me plenty of times, so no one's died yet.
Well, no, God, no. Nobody's gonna die.
Anyway, yeah, you actually, I think you told me that you actually did a bit of performing arts when you were a child, did you?
Yeah, I actually went to a place called Theatre Train School, and it was great. Like there was, you did like dancing, singing, and acting. And when it came to dancing, I was really bad, so I just kind of stood in the back and did this. And when it came to singing, I was really bad as well, so I just in the choir just going ah. But when it came to the acting part, I was like, I can do this. So that was the part I looked forward to the most because people in like when we were doing things in drama, you just had to be silly, and people were like, "I'm not doing that," and I was like, "I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll be silly." So I loved doing the drama bit more so because I was really bad at dancing and singing. But the drama bit was really fun because they got to be really silly and it was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like when it came to like the big shows and we were doing the dance things, I would literally just stand at the back and they're like, just try to keep up with everybody else, but it was really hard. I just couldn't get it. But when it came to like the acting part of the show, I had like my own monologue and everything. It was really cool. So yeah, it was fun.
Really nice.
Yeah, I mean, 1 out of the 3 was good. My two friends that I went with, they were actually really good at the dancing and singing part, so it worked out okay.
Hmm. Yeah, I remember I was crap at dancing when I went to similar lessons before, and it was like the acting, singing, and dancing. And I remember I was just crap at the dancing. I was just longing for the other two.
Yeah, yeah.
I survived.
I think like it's when I was younger, like I was diagnosed with like dyslexia and dyscalculia and stuff like that, and I think the older you grow up, you kind of notice that it's really hard for people like us to like put patterns together and
Hmm.
sequences together, which is what I'm using towards my really bad dancing. That's why I couldn't do it. But I'm very creative, and you'll find like a lot of people with dyslexia are creative. So,
Hmm.
yeah.
Like our friend Anthony O'Reilly.
Yeah, exactly. Mhm.
And yeah, so that kind of gave you, would you say that gave you the bug for performing at a very early age?
Yeah, for sure. Like I always wanted to do something to do with performing, and like I was always so into like pro wrestling, and as Bobby knows, like because I met Bobby in pro wrestling. Pro wrestling was half the sport and half the entertainment side, and I used to always think, okay, I'm not going to be very good at the sport part, but I'm going to be able to do the entertainment part. And I love doing it. And then when I found out that you can actually be a pro wrestler, I was like, oh my God, this is all I've ever wanted to be since I was a kid, because these people were like real life superheroes to me, and now I get to be a superhero. So I went down and I was so excited, and I was like, what do I do? And they're like, okay, this, and this. And I was like, I only heard one part of that, but let's try it. And I mightn't have picked it up as quick as other people picked it up, but I loved being around it. Like anything to do with pro wrestling, like even just putting the ring up, I was happy doing. And then people started putting me as their manager and their valet, and for some reason I always got told that I look like a bitch. So you're gonna be the bad guy, and I'm like, why am I always the bad guy? And then I'd meet people after shows and they'd be like, oh my God, you're so mean. And I'm like, I'm actually not mean, I'm very nice. But I'm glad that I did a good enough job for people to believe that I was this really horrible person. So obviously I did a good job.
I have been hearing from Bobby a fair bit and on the other podcasts that in wrestling that it can be a good way to kind of train yourself as an actor, because it seems like there's performance training in that, which I was unaware of that kind of before because I wasn't really into wrestling as much. Can you talk a bit about that and how that might have kind of helped you as an actress?
Yeah, so the thing with pro wrestling is everyone knows who Hulk Hogan is, everyone knows who John Cena is, but the thing is, if you come to the wrestling practice and you're like, okay, well, I want to be, the executioner. Okay, you can't just say you want to be the executioner. You have to make yourself believe that you are this character. Why are you this character? Why did you become the executioner? Was there like a backstory where you hurt as a kid or some sort of trauma and then you grew up? So like, if you don't believe the character that you're playing, how are you going to expect the audience to believe the character you're playing? So I always said to people, if you want to be this person, go for it. Be the big bad guy, but don't just come out and say you're the big bad guy. Make yourself believe you're the big bad guy. Do a backstory. Why were you the big bad guy? Make the audience believe you're the big bad guy. So, when I was in professional wrestling, I had this American gimmick, and I was like, okay, well, this is my background. I'm really spoiled. My father is really rich. I could have anything I want. I always get what I want. And I made people believe that I was this person, and they believed I was this person. So it made them, believe in my character. So I think it's a big part of, if you want to be this character, you have to make others believe you're this character. And it's a lot of practicing, even in the mirror, facial expressions and, what would I say to this person and what would that person say to me? And if they come at me, what am I going to do? I think it's a lot more than just saying, I want to be this person, that kind of way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, because I remember.
I don't know if that makes sense, but that was what I was saying.
Absolutely.
I just remembered when, obviously, because I just saw you in kind of doing the things online, and I thought you were American for a while. I thought, oh yeah, Ingrid must have used to live in America, and now she's over here. And I remember thinking, oh, I bet she was a cheerleader in school.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think because of where I'm from in Dublin, I'm from a place called Sutton, and it's out beside Howth, and a lot of people kind of speak like me out there, which is kind of, it's not north side and it's not south side. It kind of has like a flat kind of Dublin accent, which you can kind of make into like American. So it was for me to pick up a gimmick. I was like, okay, well, I know I can do the American accent. I know I can play a spoiled little rich girl because I've seen it on the TV and I've seen it being portrayed. So I'm going to portray my version of it. So it was more just practicing what kind of accent. Like, I came to the part where I was like, okay, I'm actually deciding that I want to have a Colorado accent because that's where I want my character to be from. Yeah. Colorado Springs in Colorado. That was anyone asked me, that's where I was from. So I think I'm glad that I got people to believe that I was American, even without people meeting me. And then they meet me and they're like, oh.
Well, because I remember, obviously, the thing that always struck me about you is, like, the second you walked out that curtain, like, into the arena, you had, like, the crowd could do anything you wanted. You could make them do anything you wanted because you were just a pro at working the crowd.
Yeah, I think that as well comes from watching a lot of wrestling as well. There's times where you need to interact with the crowd, and then there's times where you don't interact with the crowd because you want the focus to be on the people in the ring. So you kind of pick up on times, okay, they're just, it's a downtime in the match. There's a bit of chain going on. Now is the time to, either hype the crowd up or get the crowd to hate you a little bit more. It was easy things like I used to say to people like, I don't understand what you're saying. I don't speak knacker, or all this stuff like, I'm sorry, I can't even speak. It's so cold here. I don't even like it. And I'd start off by saying, George Bush or Donald Trump is the best president. Everyone rise for the national anthem, and people would get so heated. So I picked on little things that I knew would get under people's skin, things like that. And the first thing, like slagging where they're from, or slagging their accent, or promoting Trump, or anything like that. I knew that I would get under people's skin. So it's kind of it's finding a way of getting under people's skins without going too far, because I think some people make the mistake of going too far, and then there's people waiting backstage with like knives and daggers waiting to go after them like a mob. So I try to borderline on funny, aggressive, rather than just aggressive. Or then if you're playing the favorite, there's things like, getting the hand claps going. I'm like, come on guys, I know you can shout louder than this. This is the best place to make some noise, So there's things like that where you kind of know how to boost people up or get them to hate you.
I always preferred seeing you as the good guy.
Yeah, I was hardly ever the good guy because I have, bitch face, but, or maybe I was just better at playing the bad guy. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. I know you remember you played the good guy in your debut for FFPW, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, I was, and because I was like, oh yes, okay, I get to be the face. It was awesome. So I was going out and I was like, come on guys, make some noise, and it was brilliant.
So what was it like getting involved with the Gumdrops? I remember I just when I got to watch the Gumdrops, I was like, because I didn't know about you before then. I watched that and I was like, wow, she is so good. So funny.
Remind me to kill Lindsay the next time I see her.
Remind me to remind you.
I swear she just made that stupid chore chart so she wouldn't have to do the dishes.
So what was it like getting into that?
You can probably thank Bobby for my humor because he writes most of it. But it was awesome. Like I remember when I left pro wrestling, I wanted to continue on with the acting part of it because that was obviously what my true love was. And I'd always see Bobby posting things on Facebook like, this is my short film or this is that. And I was like, okay, he's definitely the person to talk to about this. So I just sent him a message about it and he was like, oh yeah, I'll see if there's anything going on or whatever. And I was like, cool. And I think a couple of weeks later, he sent me a script for the Gumdrops and I read it and I just thought it was so funny. And I was in work and I was showing them the script to my friends and they just all looked at me and they're like, you're so Roisin. I hope you're going for Roisin. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to go for Roisin. That's fine.
It's not that bad. What? In a sense that World War I wasn't as bad as World War II?
So I think I probably have a little bit of sarcasm and that's probably why that happened. But I loved it. Like then as soon as I met everybody, I was obviously a little bit nervous because everybody that I knew was going to the table reading was like trained actors and actresses, and I was like, oh god, I'm just like this amateur noob coming in.
Oh, but you had your training as well, though.
Yeah, but like not to the same extent. I think like most of your friends had like been in short films or they'd gone to like college and schools, and I kind of felt like, oh god, I hope I don't make a balls of this. But it seemed to go really well, and everybody was really nice, and we all seemed to gel really quick together, as if we already knew each other. So that was really good. And then when we started filming it, everything just kind of came together perfectly. Like we were all this little family, and even the crew and all. It was just perfect. Like it was great because I wasn't even nervous at all then. I was just like, yeah, makeup on my face, let's do it. Smeared lipstick, let's go. Hung over under a table. Yeah, I'm totally down for this.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because I think obviously we couldn't shoot Miss Lucy is the first episode chronologically, but we couldn't shoot that one first just with availability. So it was mainly just so it was a lot of your episodes were shot first, and I think that kind of helped us as well because obviously it was like less people to work with on set, so it was more like it kind of allowed us to kind of find our feet, in a nice kind of way. And the funny thing is, the Party Animals episode, which is the second one we shot, right? I had that in the back of my head. Okay, there's a lot of physical comedy in that, so we'll like leave that one for a while, once we've found our feet. And then I think you and Sandy were the only ones available, and I was like, I'm available. Yeah, let's just do this. And we just had such a fun day on set.
She's gorgeous.
She is?
She is.
Ronan.
Oh,
Okay.
nice. Oh my god, so fun. And then obviously your mom's great because she buys the entire supermarket, so we were all just eating like the whole time. And like everyone would be like quiet and set, and I'd be like putting my hand into the wrapper, and I was like, don't make noise, don't make noise. But it's so much fun. I love it. I really do. I love it.
And you tried Marmite for the first time.
First and last time, my friend.
And you trashed the house.
Well, we can thank Bernadette for that. She was our art director, so she we just kind of followed her lead.
I was
How's your
actually
mom? She's a
very
freak.
good at it. But it was fun. Like, I mean, I if I'm in a rush to get ready, that's exactly what my kitchen would look like. I just like, yeah. So it's exactly what I do anyway.
Yeah, cool. How did you kind of obviously I wrote it, but how did you kind of approach your character in a way? Like what did you because like obviously you kind of would have been used to doing a lot of like digging and kind of creating in wrestling as well. So how did you kind of translate? How did you bring Roshi into life?
So I was, because a lot of people thought Roshin was kind of like me anyway, maybe a little bit more passive aggressive than I am.
Nice house.
What he means to say is, when was the tornado?
I was thinking, okay, well, how would I react in this situation? And I think, okay, this is how I'd react. This is how I play it. And then I was thinking, Roshin is kind of like chilled, laid back, and like so sarcastic. I'd be like, okay, she's going to be chilled and laid back about her outfit as well. She's not going to be like freaking out about a dress that she needs to wear. She's going to be like, I'm going to wear a rock and roll t-shirt. You know what I mean? She's going to wear something from the night. So I was like, that's Roshi. So that's the thing me and Roshi have in common. We're both like, I don't need to wear a dress and heels. I'm badass as it is. You go wear your dress and heels.
Ugh, this is taking forever.
Once you find out the character, you're like, okay, this is why Roshin is the way she is, and Roshin would do the things I would do, so I'm going to dress the way I would dress, the way that Roshin dresses, and I think it all kind of fell together really well that way.
Mm-hmm. And so, were you nervous at all coming onto set? Because you slotted in just so well, like it was if you had been there for ages, if you were always there.
I was a little bit, but everybody, like I said, was so nice and so welcoming that it really put me at ease straight away. And what I always said to people before was, because when I was young, I'd be very shy and stuff, and then I'd get on stage and I'd be a completely different person, and everyone's like, how can you do that? You're so shy, you don't even talk to people. And I'm like, it's different when you're playing somebody else. I'm not introducing you as me, I'm introducing you as Roshin or whoever I was playing, so it was easier for me to be this person instead of myself. I don't know if that makes sense, but like I said, once we were on set, it was just so nice. Everybody was so nice, and I was thinking I'd be the only one making mistakes, but everyone made mistakes, so I was like, okay, everyone makes mistakes, fine. And it was really good. Yeah, it's really good. I just hope everything goes as well as it does on the Gumdrops, but I've done a couple of things since then, and everyone is really nice there too.
Yeah, I have to ask, like, when you I think probably my favorite episode in the series is definitely Party Animals.
Yeah.
And that was like your first episode, like, wasn't it?
It was my second one. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Was it the second one? Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was the second one we did, but yeah.
All right. Yeah, my bad. But there's one thing I've actually struggled with. How do you play hungover? How did you get into that?
If I had legs, I would kick you.
You do have legs.
So I do.
Ow.
Well, we've all been there. We know exactly what it's like. So, okay, well, I have.
Look at me.
I don't want to show my age right now, but I've been through a few years of partying, okay? So, I know exactly what it was like waking up and you have this pain in your head. You don't remember what happened. You're trying to put together bits and pieces, and then you have your cousin beside you making all this noise going, what happened? And I'm like, please stop talking because my head's going loud. I was just relating back to how it felt to be that way. And I was like, okay, if I'm that hungover, I have pain in my stomach, I feel like I'm going to get sick, and this person is talking absolute nonsense to me. So I'm just going to be like, no.
The Irish way of life, I guess.
Yeah, so that's basically the way I did it. I was like, I remember how to be hungover. Right now, I'm hungover. Or maybe I really was hungover. Maybe that was the actual scene after the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember.
We were supposed to film that night, and we just ended up drinking all night.
Maybe, yeah, maybe. Who knows? We'll never know.
Yeah.
But just like my
If
favorite.
I write a book, I'll write whether we did or we didn't.
Yeah, I have to say my favorite moment in the series so far is I wrote myself into that episode just so I could say the "nay I say" line, but for weeks I could just like watch the clip of you just like taking the phone off me and just like this look on your face like I want to kill you right now. Nay I say, no animals here. And I just because I remember I think it was a couple weeks after we filmed Miss Lucy, me and Kyrat were up in Donegal filming Spears, and we only had like a bit of time before we had to go to set. But then she wanted to see the rushes from Party Animals, so I showed her that scene, and she was just like screaming, laughing. She's like, "Ingrid is fantastic." I showed James as well, and he lost it laughing as well. So I'm just like, yes, we definitely struck gold in casting Ingrid.
I was going to say this was a designated horse sanctuary.
Speaking of James, actually, what was it like getting involved with the lotto tickets? That was the second thing I saw you in.
But must have been an expensive pair of jeans.
Yeah, that was awesome actually, because I got a message from Anthony, and he was like, "Oh, I was talking to Bobby, and I seen you in the Gumdrops," and he's like, "Do you want to be in my show maybe?" And I was like, "Me? Are you messaging me? You want me to be in your movie?" At first I was like, do you have the wrong number? But I was like, yeah, oh my god, I'd love that. And then obviously I'd worked with James because he's in the Gumdrops as well. So I was like, okay, I already know him. And then he needed somebody else. So my friend Bren actually got involved in this. Then I was 3 people I knew. And when we did that, again, everybody was so nice. I was just given this thing. I was like, okay, you're going to be Mrs. Mullins. And I was like, Mrs. Mullins. And then I was thinking, Mrs. Mullins kind of sounds like an old person. So I'm going to be Miss Mullins because I ain't old.
Mrs. Mullins!
What? He's like, yeah, okay, you can be Miss Mullins. And I was like, okay, that's better.
Yeah, I think Miss is a better ring to it.
Yeah. I was like, Mrs. Mullins because I am old and I have a husband. I ain't got no husband.
Yeah, crabby old biddy.
Yeah, and so I was like, I'll be Miss Mullins. But yeah.
And I hear that you managed to do your scene perfectly on the first take.
Oh yeah, hon. Thanks for bringing them in. It was great. Really appreciated.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Was it perfect? I don't know. I think I might have left out a few words, but I got a point. Well, like I knew I had to say. I remember he was looking for the lotto ticket, and one of the people that grabbed the bag, and he had to go to the harbor to get the people. And I think I left out like a part where they're on the bus or something. I was like, yeah, go to the harbor and catch them, and I think there's a bus. I was like, oh god, I don't know if I put that in the right order, but it seemed to work, so just go with that. It was fun.
Expensive pair of jeans.
Yeah. Must have been some pair of jams.
Yeah.
But,
I watched sorry.
I was just gonna say I kind of elaborated a little bit, but Anthony seemed to like it, so we just went with it.
Okay, Robert, sorry, the thing is, there's a lady in here like 5 minutes ago and she bought the entire bag of clothes.
I think that just is a testament to, what you bring to the table, and the fact that, Anthony, okay, I knew him slightly kind of in passing beforehand, so I think he just happened to, watch the Gumdrops because James was in it, and I think maybe because he knew me, so he was kind of keeping an eye on us. So, but then again, you ended up being a lot of people's favorite character. So that just goes to show you were great in this thing. So now, like, more people want to work with you, and I think that's just kind of that's just how it starts. So you've already like gotten off to a great start and like have a great work ethic so far. So we have to commend you on that.
Oh, thank you. It's so I don't know why. It's just sometimes it's hard for me to take compliments. I'm like, I don't know. Am I that good, or are people just saying this? I honestly don't know. But I really appreciate it. Like I really do, because I always, any sort of feedback is just amazing, and for people to say that I'm actually good at what I've always wanted to do, I'm like, wow, okay, this is amazing. I didn't think I'd actually be able to do this, but here we go. People are actually saying I'm good at it. So it really, I don't know, makes me melt kind of, because I never thought I'd be somebody's favorite in something. I don't know. I just, with so many great personalities and great actresses and that I've worked with, for people to say, oh, Roisin's my favorite, I'm like, no way, that's me. So it's awesome. And that people want me to be in different things. Like I'm going to be in another one of Anthony's movies, short movies soon. So he's going to send me scripts and stuff for that. So that's really something to look forward to.
Oh, because you did the music video as well, didn't you?
No. Oh, the Christmas one. Yes, I did. Yeah. And that was the first time that I actually did something that wasn't comedy, because I've always done comedy. And this one was quite serious and sad. So I was like, okay, stop laughing. I have to be sad. So it's like, in Joey and Friends, where he has like a tweezers in his pocket. I was like, okay, pinch myself. Ow, okay.
I saw a short clip of that. Like, I know it's not out, but I saw it in your show reel, and yeah, it did come across really. Yeah, it was really sad. So
yeah, it is. Wait till you see it at Christmas. It's gonna be such a tearjerker. It's amazing as well. It's got a lovely, a great message to it, and even if it is a bit of a tearjerker, it's something to think about. But I really enjoyed filming that as well. Plus, we were in Anthony's house, and he has 2 little dogs, and I was like, oh, puppies. And I was like, okay, don't get distracted. Leave the puppies alone for a minute.
I love the puppies.
Oh yeah, they're so cute. They're 2 little puggies. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, and so looking ahead to, obviously, because you've made a big bang with the Gumdrops, and hopefully, obviously, once this lockdown eases and we're able to go back to filming again, then got so many more episodes to film. Because I'm just going to tell the viewers one episode that I can't wait to film, just because I just can't wait to see you do this line where it's, it's like a flashback to like Roisin hunting mice in the house, and I just remembered I have so many weapons in the house, so I think I'm either going to have you holding an axe or a chainsaw or a sledgehammer. Maybe the sledgehammer because of the wrestling reference.
Oh yeah, Triple H, baby.
And you'll be like having the war paint on, and you'll just be like, those beasts have eaten my food for the last time. Oh, can you just say that on camera now, just so we can prepare ourselves?
Those beasts have eaten my food for the last time. Nobody gets in between Roisin and her food.
Perfect.
Sorry, I got off topic there. I was I was going to ask you what kind of other projects you'd like to be in the future, and what other kind of characters you'd like to play.
I actually have no limit. I want to try everything. If someone told me, put on a beard and stuff socks down your pants and be the man next door, I'd be like, let's freaking do it. Because I want to try everything, because I think the more you expand your acting horizon, the better you'll always become at something. You say, oh well, I've done that. I think I don't want to get like typecasted as one thing. Like, it'd be easy to typecast me as a dumb blonde, let's be honest. So I think I want to try everything. Honestly, yeah. You want me to be a heroin addict? Let's do it. I can do a heroin addict. Let me just not sleep for a couple of days. I got it. You want me to be a horse riding cowboy? I ride horses, no problem. Let's get the horse and do it. So I want to try everything. Actually, maybe not everything. I don't want to put that out there. Somebody ringing me going, hey, you available for you and me? Maybe secret movie. No, not everything.
You'd be surprised how often that happens, sadly.
Yeah.
I want to cast the dog in the wedding dress.
What did you say?
Dog in the wedding dress.
Oh my.
Oh dear.
Not a casting type I go for.
Alright, well, I may as well announce it here since I've told each of you a bit about this, but if I say it here, it'll force me to actually do it publicly. Well, not if I say it publicly, it'll force me to actually finish it, right? Okay, I've kind of had this idea for a sort of animated web series for a while involving people getting sucked inside a video game, and I've kind of dabbled in animating some of the episodes anyway, but the three of us are going to play characters in both the live action portions and the animated portions, so we're all going to be playing people who get sucked into this sort of RPG world, kind of inspired by Final Fantasy. And so far, I've animated 2 episodes where we're inside volcanoes fighting zombies, and so it's we'll be doing a lot of it via voiceover. So I can't wait to work on that with both of you and some other great people that I can't wait to introduce you to as well. So you heard it here, folks.
Exclusive.
And it says that we're going to be kicked out in about 7 minutes, so is there anything you'd like to say before we wrap it up?
I think your costumes are awesome.
Thank you.
Greg, I never knew you were a diva. We'll take the blue M&Ms out of your M&Ms the next time. I just want to say thank you to everyone that's watched the Gumdrops and everyone that's watched anything I've been in and said that I was good. It means the world to me. Thank you, Bobby, for letting me do this and actually putting me out there. And Anthony, obviously, who also helped me get out there. I can't even tell you how much I appreciate it, because I really do. And thank you for everybody for helping me with, all the things to do with acting, even from the warming up to Sandy's in your mouth. Okay. So it's been an amazing journey so far, and I can't wait.
Before we go, I feel like I have to tell the funny story that I just remembered from when we were filming Miss Lucy, when we finally had the whole cast together on set. Because it was all 5 of you, like all 5 women, just in the one dressing room together. And I remember Sandy saying, "Oh, we're like your harem, just locked away in the house, aren't we?"
Yeah. Well, it was kind of like that. Like, it was you just leading this pack of girls like Hugh Hefner out of the Playboy Mansion.
I was nice. I made sure the boys had their own much smaller separate dressing room to allow the girls enough space.
Yeah. In fairness, we have a lot of things flying around, clothes, bras. My sparkly bra that's in every single episode. So.
There's actually a sequin from that came loose, and it's in the house somewhere.
Brilliant. Every time you see that sequin, think of me.
Okay. Well,
Sandy can't cope with all of them together.
What, sorry?
Sandy can't cope with all of them together.
Yeah, because she finally met the 2 of us on a film, and I think after a few hours, she just looks at the 2 of us and goes, "I can't cope with you 2 together."
Oh, I have to promise. I promised dad jokes. Do you want to hear my favorite dad joke before we go?
Please.
Okay. So it's a 2-part joke. You ready?
Right.
Okay. Why was the mushroom invited to the party? Because he's a fun guy. Wait. Why did the fun guy leave the party? Because there wasn't much room. You're gonna laugh at that one later, Greg. You just don't get it.
You heard my one about the librarian, didn't you?
The librarian?
What does a librarian wear to the beach? A bikini. Come on, Greg, you have to contribute now. You can't be the odd one out.
Give us your best dad joke.
I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank. Actually, it's annoying because I have a box of them in the other room. Like, should I just run and get them or something?
Yes, we have 4 minutes. Go.
Yeah. That we know who we're not inviting to comedy night.
And the worst thing about it is, I actually have a very famous picture of him staying in my house after filming a film, and he's actually drinking from a mug with loads of dad jokes on it.
Oh, I mean, hello.
Mhm.
How do you not get that?
Oh well. Do you have another one?
Oh, okay. So, how does the fisherman get in contact with the fish in the sea?
I don't know.
He drops them a line.
Oh God! And God, I heard a fantastic one the other day, and I just again when I always forget the good ones. I only just remember the really
Right.
silly bad ones.
Why don't skeletons fight each other? Because they don't have the guts.
One more.
One more, okay. This is a Secret Santa gift.
Oh,
Love it.
Wrap.
come on, Greg! Quick, we only have 3 minutes.
That's supposed to say rotten, by the way. It's not just dirt.
Ah, okay.
All right, got it. What do you call people who are afraid of Santa Claus? Claustrophobic.
We leave you with that. Thank you so much to my fantastic co-host Greg Young, who has to say thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And thank you to my wonderful guest Ingrid, who I know. Can you? What's the thing Harley Quinn always says?
Which one? She says a lot.
Oh, pudding, is it something like?
Oh yeah, pudding.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and I suppose I should just say turtle power, and we'll leave you with that. We love you guys. Stay safe.
Bye.
All right.